Hello guys, welcome to H2O, the A to Z of chemistry. I'm Dr. Ritu Johar, your educator for this lecture. And today I'm going to help you learn organic chemistry in an easy way. And how am I going to do that? Well, I'm going to teach you a trick to remember the priority order of the functional groups, which is going to be very helpful to you in the nomenclature of the complex organic compounds or the nomenclature of the polyfunctional compounds where they're going to be present more than one functional group in the structure of the compound. And I can assure you that by the end of this lecture, you will remember the whole of the priority order, and also you are going to remember it for a long duration of time, right? So this is going to be really helpful to you. And here, rather than using complex long mnemonics, we are going to use certain logics, and the logics you can remember obviously for a long time. Let us begin the learning. But before we begin the learning, you should have a clear understanding why do you need to learn the priority order for the various functional groups. So look at this example. So this example in front of you, can you identify which is the functional group? An easy thing. The CHO group is the functional group, and this we represent in the name of the compound as the secondary suffix, right? So to give the lower number to the functional group, we will be starting the numbering with the carbon of the CHO group. 5 carbons, word root is going to be pent, all single bonds, ane, and behind that an ul. So the name of the compound becomes pentanal. And if you look at this compound, again, can you identify the functional group? An easy thing. So yes, this is the functional group, the OH group, this is the alcohol group, and this we represent in the name of the compound again as the secondary suffix as an all. Starting the numbering to give a lower number to the OH group, you are going to number it this way from 1 to 5. And again, the name of the compound, this is going to be pentanol. Now, the thing comes when we have a compound where we have the OH group also present in the compound and also the CHO group. So, there are two functional groups. Where should we start the numbering from? Do we start the numbering from the aldehyde carbon, or do we start the numbering from the carbon which is having the OH group, right? So, there are two ways in which you can number this. If you start the numbering from the aldehyde carbon, the compound will be having the OH group as a substituent. There can be only one principal functional group in the name of the compound, which we represent as the secondary suffix, right? So if you start with the CHO group, treating this to be the principal functional group, the word root is going to have a secondary suffix behind it as ul, giving us the CHO as the principal functional group, and the OH group, this becomes the side chain which we represent as 5-hydroxy, the position of the OH group. So this becomes 5-hydroxy pentanal. But if you start the numbering from this end, then CHO group you will be treating it as a substituent, and this we will be representing as the oxo group because we are including the carbon of the CHO group in the longest chain. So the name of the compound, this becomes 5-oxopentanol. So which of these two is correct? Well, to give you the answer, the CHO group, this is going to be treated as the principal functional group in preference over the OH group, and hence the correct name of the compound is going to be 5-hydroxypentanol, pentanol, and the 5-oxopentanol, this is the incorrect one. So this is the correct one. So this means that we have chosen the CHO group in priority over the OH group to be treated as the principal functional group. And this is why you need to have a priority order, because there are so many functional groups that are present, which are possible to be there in the structure. And when two or more than two of them, they are going to be correct, you need a priority order for choosing the correct principal functional group. So let us learn now the trick to remember the priority order. So how do we remember the functional group priority order? Here, this first step is that you have to keep the chain terminating groups higher in priority than the non-chain terminating groups. The chain terminating groups always present at the terminal positions, the start or the end of the chain, but never in between. So the chain terminating groups, they are the carboxylic acid group, the acid derivatives, the nitrile group, the aldehyde group. They are going to be always higher in priority than the non-chain terminating groups like the ketone group, the CO group, the alcohol or the phenol group, that is the OH group, the thioalcohol group, that is the SH group, and the amine group, that is the NH2 group. Now, the question becomes that if we are going to have two of more of the chain terminating groups together, then which is going to be higher in priority? Or if we have two or more than two the non-chain terminating groups together coming in the name of the compound, how do we remember which is going to be the principal functional group? So the next step that you have to remember is that you have to count the number of bonds the carbon atom is making with the hetero atoms of the functional group, the number of bonds carbon atom making except for the bonds which it is making with carbon or hydrogen. Alright, so let me help you understand this. If you look at this carboxylic acid, we have a carbon which is forming bonds with oxygen and on the other side with another oxygen atom. So the total number of bonds it is making is 3. Similarly, with the acid derivatives also you can see 2 plus 1, 3 bonds it is making. And then in the nitrile group again 3 bonds with the nitrogen atom, and in the aldehyde group 2 bonds with the oxygen. You are not going to count the number of bonds it is making with carbon or hydrogen, right? Next, look at the ketone. Again, it is going to be 2 number of bonds. In the alcohol, the OH group, carbon is making 1 bond with the oxygen. In the thioalcohol, again 1 bond with the sulfur, and in the amines 1 bond with the nitrogen of the amine. So higher is going to be the number of bonds the carbon is making, the higher is going to be its priority in the functional group order. Alright, so this means that the carboxylic acid, the acid derivatives, the nitriles, which have the bond value as 3, they are going to be higher in priority than the aldehydes and the ketones, where the bond number value that we have calculated is 2. And then we have the alcohol phenols, thioalcohol and amine with the bond value of 1. Now, the next step is to make a priority order of these groups where the bond value that we have calculated with this trick to be 3. So let us move further. So the next is that when the bond values that we have calculated, they are the same. Let us see first of all the priority order amongst the carboxylic acid and its derivatives. So here what you're going to remember is that this is the carboxylic acid with the bond value 3 and the carboxylic acid derivative with the bond value 3. So which is going to be higher in priority? Well, a simple thing is that if you have milk and you have butter, which is going to be important? Well, it is going to be milk, because without milk you cannot have butter, right? So similarly, without carboxylic acid you will not be able to have the carboxylic acid derivative. So the carboxylic acid is going to be always given a higher priority than its derivatives, right? So the carboxylic acid higher up in the priority order of the various functional groups than the acid derivative. Now, the next we have is the priority order of the various carboxylic acid derivatives itself. So, it is not just one carboxylic acid derivative that we have, more than one. The carboxylic acid derivatives are the acid anhydrides, the esters, the acid halides, the amides. So, which is going to be higher in priority. So, here I will have to give you a mnemonic, a very short mnemonic that you can remember, and the mnemonic has just the first important letters you can say of the derivatives. A for the anhydride, an R for the ester, acid halide, let us put this X, which is important. For the amides, let us put this N, which is important, and in total this becomes a reaction. RXN is what I write as an abbreviation for a reaction. So if you remember a reaction of A for the acid anhydride, R for the ester, X for the acid halide, and N for the amide, Well, the priority order for the carboxylic acid derivatives is learned. The acid anhydrides, they are higher in priority than the esters, then the halides, and then the amides. Easy enough. So let us move further. Now the carboxylic acid is higher in priority than the carboxylic acid derivatives, but in between these two I'm going to put in something else, and that is the sulfonic acid. So here how you're going to remember is that the acids are always higher in priority than the acid derivatives, and among these two the carboxylic acid has a carbon and the sulfonic acid has a sulfur. So this is C coming before S in the alphabetical order. Or the other way in which you can remember is that we are learning about organic chemistry, which is nothing more than about the carbon. So the carbon is more important to us than the sulfur. So the priority order so far is the carboxylic acids being higher in priority than the sulfonic acids, both acids higher than priority than the acid derivatives, and for the acid derivatives we have learned the mnemonic a reaction: acid anhydride, ester, acid halide, and amide. Now the next we have to ascertain the priority order for the carboxylic acid and the nitrile group, because again both of them they had the bond value to be 3. So here the trick that you are going to remember is that oxygen is more electronegative than nitrogen. So the functional group which contains oxygen, this is higher in priority than the functional group which contains nitrogen. Alright, so the carboxylic acid is going to be higher in priority than the nitrile group. And then we will be moving on to the aldehyde group and the ketones which have the bond values to be 2. Alright, so among these two, which is going to be higher in priority, well, that we have already learned. A chain terminating group is always going to be higher in priority than the non-chain terminating group. So far the order, now this has become the carboxylic acid, then the sulfonic acid. After the acids, the acid derivatives, anhydride, ester, halide, and amide. Then the nitrile group, the aldehyde, and the ketone. Easy enough so far. I hope you must have learned it with me. So from the ketones, let us move further with the various functional groups. We have the alcohol and phenols with the functional group OH, then the thioalcohol with the functional group SH, and then the amines with the functional group NH2. So the ketones, this was having the bond value as 2. The alcohol, they have the bond value of 1. The bond between carbon and oxygen, this is a single bond. Then we have the thioalcohols. Again, there is a single bond between the carbon and the functional group sulfur. So this will be the bond value as 1. And again, for the carbon and nitrogen of the amine group, we have 1 bond. So this is going to be 1 value for the bond. So now how do we ascertain the priority of these three? So the first way is that you just remember that among alcohol and amine, okay, which is going to be higher in priority. Again, the carbon with the oxygen and the carbon with the nitrogen, and oxygen is higher in priority than the nitrogen. So the alcohols, they will be higher in priority than the amines, right? So the same rule that we have just now remembered. It is just a trick, alright? So these are not the actual rules for the priority order. This is what we is learning as a trick. So we have the alcohols higher in priority than the amines, and which all are the alls: the alcohol, the phenol, and the thioalcohol. Just put them in the alphabetical order and you get the priority order list. So again, let us repeat the priority order: the carboxylic acid, the sulfonic acid, the acid derivatives, you know all, the anhydride, the ester, the halide, and the amide. And then we have the nitrile, aldehyde, ketone, alcohol, phenol, thioalcohol, and amine. And this gives us the complete list for the various functional groups, which can be the secondary suffix or the principal functional group when they are going to be present. Alright, so this is the priority order, but there is something more that you have to learn. So there are certain groups which are always treated as substituents, which will be always in the name of the compound a prefix and never as the secondary suffix. So these are the ethers, the OR group, the X halogen atom, the halides. Then we have the NO2 group, that is the nitro group. So if you remember, when we have an ether, the name of the compound, this becomes an alkoxyalkane. Similarly, with a halogen atom, the alkane will become a haloalkane, and with the nitro group, it will become a nitroalkane. So all of these, they are coming as prefixes. We do not treat them as the principal functional group. So there is no priority order for them. Whenever they are going to be present, you have to arrange them alphabetically as the substituents. And there is one more thing, the functional groups which are treated at par, the double bonds and the triple bonds. So whenever they are going to be present together, which is going to be used in preference, well, you all know that you have to follow the lowest sum rule. So you are going to start the numbering either from the alkene end or from the alkyne end and see which is going to be having the lowest sum rule. But in case the lowest sum rule, this gives same number when we start from the alkene end or the alkyne end, then you have to remember that the alkene is in preference given a lower number than the alkyne, but we name the compound as a derivative of the alkyne, right? So the priority order, we will be putting the alkenes before the alkynes, and the complete priority order with some additions over here. Just I'm going to tell you those also, that we have the carboxylic acid, then the sulfonic acid, anhydrides, esters, chlorides, the amides, or these can be the halides also, you can say. And then we have the nitriles, the aldehydes, the ketones, alcohols, phenols, and thioalcohols, and then the amino group, that is the NH2 group. Here one more addition that I have done is that from the NH2 group, if we remove one hydrogen and replace it by an alkyl group, the group becomes N-alkyl amino, and this is a substituted amine, so this is going to be lower in priority than the amine group. And if we substitute it further, remove one more hydrogen and replace it by an alkyl group, it becomes N-dialkyl amino. So this you will be treating it lower in priority order. And then we have the alkenes and the alkynes. One more thing which you can add, the nitriles, and then we have that this is the CN group. If we have the group to be the NC group, right, the isocyanides, the isonitriles, so you will be putting them in between the nitriles and the aldehydes. So lower in priority than the nitriles, but higher in priority than the aldehydes. So this also you can put in. So I hope now you have learned the complete order and you can use it anytime for the nomenclature of the organic compounds. So see you for more easy tricks on organic chemistry, and along with that, if you want to have detailed lectures on your curriculum for your best possible competitive preparation, please do join us at H2O Chemistry. Do subscribe to the channel, click on the bell icon so that you can have a complete list of what all we are making for you. So see you again. Have a nice day. God bless you.